Hi guys, welcome to Monash, Malaysia. My name is Rashwan and I'm one of the MUISS heads. My partner Kayla, who is the other MUISS head, is unable to make it today, so I want to apologize to you guys on her behalf. She's sick, so she couldn't make it. So before we get into our section, we'll be passing off the presentation to Miss Rachel from International Student Pass, and she'll be giving you guys some necessary information. So please do pay attention to this information because it does become pretty relevant the more you stay in Malaysia, and it's information that you definitely do want to retain. So if you want to, please do take pictures of the slides that she does present as well. So I'll pass it to Ms. Rachel now.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm from the International Student Pass office. So today I'm just going to give you a short briefing for all student pass matters. If let's say you don't catch what I say today, you can head over to our counter, building 2, level 1, just right next to the finance counter. Alright? So I'll give you an event overview. First and foremost, I will do the presentation for student pass. Then after that, will be followed by insurance and also student support. Then MUISS will take over from there. And then next will be the events, Q&A session, and country representative session. Alright, the last one will be some kind of activity by the country representative. So if you have any questions, please scan the QR code here, then type in your questions, we will respond to you from there. Alright? So, you want to let them scan this? Okay, so just scan this. If you have any questions, just type it here, alright? Because we do not want to interrupt the flow of the presentation. If any questions, just scan the QR code and ask the questions there. Alright? Okay. Alright, so basically what our team do, just want to educate you all on it. We actually are only liaisons between immigration and EMGS for your student pass application. The outcome of your application, we have no authority or any power to change it. So if it's rejected, it is rejected. Alright? We also help for the issuance of letters. If you need any letters for immigration purposes, bank, or any other areas, you can actually come and see us. If not, you can go to a platform called Source. There is a list of letters that we actually provide, and you can select that. Alright? So most of you are here on an eval, moving on to a student pass sticker. Once you are here, you arrive here, need to do your medical screening. Currently, we have medical screening facilities on campus for just 1 week. You can go to building 2, level 1. Alright? If you're not sure, come to our counter. We will actually guide you to go to the place. So when you are here, if let's say your entry pass has expired, we will apply a thing called special pass for you. This special pass is 30 days. You will use it to stay in Malaysia while waiting for your student pass sticker to be issued. Alright? No overstay is allowed. One special pass is 100 ringgit. A maximum of 3 special passes can be applied. However, the last special pass is to leave Malaysia. So that last 30 days is just for you to purchase a flight ticket to exit. Alright, it's not for you to stay in Malaysia. So I just want to remind all of you all, this word will actually be popped up again. Overstaying in Malaysia is an offense. So you cannot overstay in Malaysia. This means you cannot stay in Malaysia if your pass has expired. Alright, imprisonment or penalty will be charged. So when, like I mentioned just now, when you're here with your eval, the next step is medical screening. We do offer these services on campus for this week only, so that you don't have to go out of campus to do it. Alright? Once you have done your medical screening on campus, immediately submit your passport to us for the placement of student pass sticker. You need to prepare your passport photos, 3 copies, plus 300 ringgit. Alright, for the special pass. Anything not utilized to you, you can get a refund. Okay? Also, please remember, do not travel out of Malaysia or anywhere that requires a passport until you get back your passport with a student pass sticker. Alright, wherever you travel, you are required to have a passport with a valid student pass sticker. So, because you are new, if any of you want to change your course, you must remember this term. If you are changing your course after completing 1 year of studies, you need to exit Malaysia. Alright? Anything within 1 year, you can stay in Malaysia without exiting. Change your course for engineering is the same as changing your majors, your specialization. Alright? Any change of course requires a change of student pass sticker. If you do not do that, you cannot get your transcript and your certificate certified later on. Alright? So you can actually have only a maximum of change of course twice. Anything beyond that will be rejected by immigration. So if let's say you want a detailed explanation on internal cost transfer for those of you who are intending to change your course, please scan this QR code. It will lead you to our website directly to the page. Please read the terms accordingly. So while you're here, I just want to remind all of you, a renewal is required 3 months before your student pass expires. There's no negotiations here. If you miss the deadline, you overstay, you need to pay a penalty, plus if you need to go for enter a jail or anything like that based on the immigration requirement, you have to comply. Alright, this includes deportation also if the crime is serious. Alright, all the details are actually here. The main thing you need to focus is the attendance and the overall WAM. So you need to meet 50% of WAM and attendance of 80%. Anything below this, renewal is immediately rejected. Alright, this is the first warning to you all. If you do not meet the requirement, your visa is rejected on this basis, there is no appeal. Okay? This is serious, yeah? We have students coming over to the counter asking whether you can appeal. You can't. Okay? If you want to know more, you can scan this QR code. It leads you to the Renewal website with all the details spelled out for you, plus the forms as well if you need it. Alright? So for any of you need to renew your sticker, you have to do the same process. If you want to renew your iCard, you also have to go through the same process, meeting the WAM and attendance. Alright? Some of you may be changing your passport from an old to a new one. You have to change the sticker as well from the old passport to the new passport. You cannot leave your sticker in the old passport while carrying your new passport. I know some countries accept that, but it doesn't apply in Malaysia. Alright? You have to come to us, bring your old and new passport. We will do the transfer of endorsement for you, meaning the transfer sticker from old to the new passport. It's a QR code provided. If let's say you need to, find out further details on the entire process, you can just scan the QR code or just take a picture. Okay? So once everything is smooth and dandy for you all finish your course. Next thing is cancellation. So all of you all need to submit your passport for cancellation regardless of scenario once you have completed your course successfully. Alright, you are given at least a month after your course completion date to fly out of Malaysia. Failure of flying out would mean that the university is reporting you to authorities. Means you are overstaying, you're welcome here. Okay? Oh, and failure of doing so, we will actually put an encumbrance on your account. So you cannot get your transcript, you cannot get your certificate at the end of it. Alright, so you cannot graduate in general. So if you want more details, you can scan this QR code. We will actually remind you again before you actually complete your study successfully. We will remind you at least 2 to 3 times. Alright? Anyone, let's say there's an unfortunate event or you are going on intermission for certain reasons like NS, you have to let us know. If you're exiting Malaysia, you have to cancel your student pass as well. Alright? This continuation of studies for certain reasons, you have to cancel your student pass. As long as you want to return to Malaysia to study, you need to make sure all your student pass is cancelled properly before returning for your studies. If not, it will create complications in the future. Alright? You can scan the mini dinosaur at the bottom right. It's actually the website if you want to know more about it. If you don't think that you actually need it, you can Google it next time if you really need it. Okay? So all of you will get an iCard when you are in Malaysia. Alright? What is an iCard? An iCard is like an IC. It's a pink color card with your details on it that shows when your pass is expiring. Alright? You need to renew this every time when your student pass is expired, or for some of you who has a student pass valid for 3 years, you need to renew it every year. Alright? So to renew, like I mentioned earlier, your WAM and your attendance have to be met. Alright? You will get your iCard 2 weeks for you all who are new. You will get your iCard 2 weeks after your student pass sticker is issued. We will send you an email for appointment so you can book your appointment slot to collect. Alright? Okay. Last reminder, overstaying is a huge no-no. As you can see, penalties are charged, and also you can face up to at least 2 years of jail time. Alright, this is not a light thing, so I hope all of you will take note about it. Okay? Okay. This is a reminder to all of you all to check your Monash email address, because we send out important notifications or updates through your email address. And if you have any change of address or contact details, please update in West, so that if there's anything important we need to reach out to you, we can contact you. Okay? Don't worry, we won't harass you unless it's student pass related matters. Okay? So just for your noting, if you want to see us, since you're already on campus, you can come to our counter. If not, just drop us an email or give us a call. Alright, the details are all here. Alright, so I think that's about it. I'll pass the floor to Ross. She will be explaining to you on our insurance coverage and what you'll be getting as well from our insurance provider. Yeah, Ross.
Right, good afternoon everyone. So, for your stay in Malaysia generally, the university will require you to have an insurance. So today actually, I will brief you on the medical insurance perspective. So the university will provide you with 2 types of insurance. One is group personal accident, right? If you suffer an accident or whatnot, please contact the student department, right? But here actually I will mention to you, I will brief you on the group medical insurance applied to all international students. Okay, next. Okay, so as you can see here from the slide, the in terms of the services, it will be on cashless basis. What does it mean cashless? Meaning that we will provide you with e-medical card, right? So some of you actually might notice actually there will be some differences in terms of the how we do in terms of the medicine. How do you access the clinics or specialists or hospital in Malaysia, right? So generally it is divided into 3. There will be GP clinics, right? Specialists and hospitalization. Okay. So in Malaysia we have thousands. If you're talking about the whole Malaysia, we have thousands of the clinics, right? Panel clinics, and the around Sunway area you have about more than 30 clinics which is available to you on cashless basis. So your coverage will consist of the outpatient GP. GP would mean that when you go outside, you will see the what we call the clinics located at the shop lots, located at the any around surrounding buildings, right? Not necessarily in hospital. At a hospital, usually it is a specialist if you are seeing the doctor on the outpatient basis. If you need to be admitted, of course, staying at the hospital, that one is a hospital, yeah? Okay, so what you have actually is the outpatient GP, and specialist is 3,000 per person, meaning that, for example, if you come in on the 1st of July, so 3,000 will be available to you from 1st of July until 30th of June next year, until you renew your coverage or continue your study in Monash. Okay, so as a reminder, actually it will be cashless to all panel clinic. So how do you know where is the panel clinic? Alright, so first thing actually when you to access the panel, actually you need to download the apps. Okay, so the insurance provider, before that actually I'm supposed to introduce who is your insurance provider, sorry. So your insurance provider will be AXA. Some of you pronounce it as AXA, it is AXA Insurance, yeah. AXA Insurance, you see the top there, MyCare is the third party administrator. What does it mean, third party administrator? It is a call center. It is call center 24/7 where you can call and get the information pertaining your policy. Or for example, if you want to know how to go about on the panel, or how you want to know about the apps. Okay, so there is actually apps available, right? For those, I will go through the slide later on how you will need to download the apps. Okay, so the app's called is MyMed. So you'll be able to view your e-cards. We no longer issue the physical medical card to you. All will be digitalized. Yeah. E-cards, you will be able to view and locate your panel clinic and request the specialist guarantee letter as well. Okay, because it will be different. At the later, I will also explain to you how to go to at the clinics, how to access the specialist, and how to go about if you need to be admitted at the hospital. Okay, so on the GP clinics, will be cashless at all panel clinics. For non-emergency cases, yeah. Sorry, this is actually for GP clinic is only for non-panel. For non-panel, okay, you cannot go to non-panel unless it is emergency. Okay, emergency, if it's life-threatening, go any of the available medical facilities nearby to you. Okay. And then for the specialist, if you, for example, if you suffer a fever, for example, if you already have a stomach ache for the consecutively like 5 days already, so and you keep on seeing this doctor, and the doctor said that maybe you need to get a specialist consultation. From there itself, the doctor will issue you a GP referral letter. The doctor will write in, yeah, to refer you to a specialist at the hospital. Okay, and in case for admission, what you have actually your room and board. Room limit is 200 per day, inclusive of your meal and your overall annual limit. Similar with your 3,000, it will be 1 year from the date of your cover letter. For example, if your cover letter is 1st of July, it will goes to 30th of June next year. Right, so the toll free is 1300 So at this moment, if you can save this number, is 24/7. Okay, amended by MyCare. Sample of your cards will be at the left side, yeah, blue color, AXA or AXA. Next. Okay, so this is by default, yeah, is your user ID. Okay, so let's say, assuming if you have any issues with your email, your Monash email, right? So we will send, initially we will send the welcome email from MyCare via your Monash email address. Okay, so please do check your Monash email address. When actually are you expected to receive this welcome email? That will be within 10 working days from the date of your cover letter. So if your coverage here in Malaysia like 15th of July, So expect another about 10 working days for you to receive the welcome email from MyCare. Okay, if you do not receive this welcome email, right, for example, after 30 days, actually you do not receive the welcome email, somehow or rather it goes to your spam box, or somehow or rather actually the email mysteriously missing, which is not that particular case, So please actually download the apps, you can download it through Google Play or through the App Store. The name is MyMap, so it's sample of the photos is there, right, how the apps looks like. And you can straight away actually enter the default user ID. Okay, how the default user ID will be MUM, the first initial. MUM stands for Monash University Malaysia. Okay, MUM followed by your passport number. Okay, so let's say if you do change your passport number next year, for example, your user ID still remains. Okay, please do not change your passport number accordingly, unless if you are applying for a new insurance coverage and you did notify the student department. Yes, there is instances where the user ID change. Okay, so with the default user ID, your birth date, okay, with the format there, day, month, year will be your default password. So once actually you'll be able to download the apps and enter the default user ID and password, the apps will ask you to change your password. Okay, because I recently actually received a report from the third party. Many of the students actually do not download the apps. It is very important for you to download the apps, because you might never know actually you having the stomach ache, where you need to go to the panel clinics, or if you suffer accident and whatnot. There is actually a nearby panel clinic where you can have the access on cashless basis. You don't need to fork out your own money, pay at the panel, and then file for the claim. Right? So the services is on cashless basis. Right? I know that is okay. Before we go to the SOP, some of the function of the MyCare MyMed mobile apps, there will be your e-medical card. You'll be able to see your e-medical cards in the apps, locate panel provider. So it will be anywhere in Malaysia. There is a GPS function on your phone. The apps be able to tell you which one is your nearest panel hospital or panel clinics. There is no reason. We no longer use this Excel listing and whatnot. All will be on your fingertips using the apps. Okay. You can also request the outpatient guarantee letter. View your guarantee letter. The next one is very, very important. So let's say if you wanted to file for your claim, in the instances actually where you need to go to non-panel, okay, for emergency cases, for example, you can submit the claims via the apps as well. There is no physical documentation for your clinic and specialists, and together with the hospitalization, you can submit it through apps or email. Okay. You can also view your claims history, view your claims utilization. Remember, there is a limit for your outpatient specialist, clinical, and also for the hospitalization. Okay, you can view how much that you have utilized, whether the claim is approved or not. All is available in the apps. Alright. Okay, sure. Alright, so can we go to the earlier slide? Okay, so on the left side, generally is quite small, but nevertheless, actually, if you be able to locate your panel clinic, what you need to do actually, you need to open your apps and show your e-medical cards. Okay, the clinics will process it for you. Okay, because everything is online. Your name, once actually you already in Malaysia, after 10 working days, your name will be uploaded into the system. Next. Okay, so now specialist visitation, you need to request the guarantee letter. Okay, unlike clinic you just show them the e-medical card. Okay, for this one you need to make appointment at the specialist. Okay, because specialist member is not a primary, it's not a primary what we call primary consultation. It is secondary. When we call specialist, is considered secondary consultation already. So you need to obtain the GP panel referral letter, And then before you make the appointment, please make appointment with the specialist. Okay, call up the hospital, make the appointment with the specialist, and then you can request it through the apps, upload your referral letter, your GP referral letter, upload it, and then the call center will review it and they will issue you the guarantee letter. Once they issue you guarantee letter, you'll be able to view it via your apps, and it will be sent over to the hospital as well. Okay, next. Okay, admission to hospital, I believe actually at this point of time, here in Malaysia, most of the private hospitals, they do have the admission counter. Okay, so if you are actually a friend of your coursemate here, if you are the one actually who bring your fellow coursemate to the hospital, straight away go to the admission counter. Okay, for those actually having the what we call the elective, mean that you know that when actually you'll be going to the hospital, when are you actually making the appointment, alright? So all your data technically is within the system. Okay, it will be processed by the hospital, where the hospital generally actually, what you need to do actually is just to present your passport, alright, and show them your e-medical cards. They will contact the call center, which is MyCare, to process the guarantee letter. Okay, so once actually the hospital fax all the relevant documentation, the call center will issue the guarantee letter or the decline letter, right, within 1 hour. Okay, so this is generally the standard process. So remember, your insurance coverage, you have clinics, GP clinics, yeah, the primary one is your GP clinics, secondly is your specialist, and third, if you need to be admitted, you do have the cover to be admitted at the hospital. Right. So this is actually your general contact number. Please take a snapshot from this. Okay, so if you do have any issues with your apps, okay, or if you just wanted to know when actually I'm covering, what is the cover is all about, general question on your program, you can contact this toll-free number. Is 24/7. It's 1300 889979. You can also email them. Yeah. For the outpatient specialist GL request, it can other than the apps, you can also request it via the via email, outpatient@mycaresbc.com. Claims inquiry, or if you want to reset the password, suddenly you forget the password, all this thing, you can also email to the call center, or you can call up the call center. Alright. So let's say if any of the services is not fulfilled by MyCare, please do CC to us, yeah, www, that will be mymonash@willistowerswatson.com. Right, we will take it from there. Alright. Okay, I think that should do all. I'll pass over to Minghui.
Okay, do you have any questions? No questions? Okay, no questions. I'll go on to the next slide. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ming. I'm from Student Life, who takes care under student support, who manage the student support. So it's going to be a quick slide before I pass it over to MUISS. So what do we offer? We offer international student support, disability support and services, residential support and advice. So what is disability support and services? So that will be if you actually have a physical or mental condition which requires additional support throughout your course, please do check out the website. We have information on that. If you need further advice, just come over to the Student Hub and I'll brief you about it. Okay? So we also provide further support in areas of the academic progress, university policies and procedures, sexual harassment, assault and complaints. So academic progress is not like, means next semester, I don't know what unit I'm going to take. This is not academic progress area that I handle. For unit enrollment or anything related to your unit, your course, you will need to consult your school. What we meant on academic progress here will be if, let's say, you are finding it hard coping with your studies and anything, you have unsatisfactory progress in your course, okay, which you require further advice, you can actually come over to us and we will advise you on what you can do. Okay? So please take down these emergency numbers. Okay? So we do have a student emergency helpline. But this helpline is if you have a situation, an incident of an emergency whereby you got caught by authorities, okay, or you have got into an accident that you need medical assistance immediately, okay, so these are the areas of emergency helpline. But cases like, I need to get my passport, I need to go back home urgently now, I want my passport, I don't handle that area, okay. So mine is for authorities or even hospital incidents or anything like sexual harassments, or if you have anything that you want to, something that to look into immediately, then you can call the emergency helpline. Okay. Other than that, we would appreciate any inquiries to go through Ask Mira for you guys to put in your questions. Any questions? If not, I'm actually done. I'll hand over to Rashwan for the next session, yeah? Thank you.